What's up, guys? It's Scion, and I'm back, and this is another Monday conversation. And the topic for this week is going to be preventing MMO burnout, and we're going to get right into it. Got about 7 things I want to talk about today. While we look at Dragon Profit, which I believe is canceled, and I didn't know what to do with this video, so we're just gonna, probably look at it. I'll probably put it in the scrapyard later, so you'll see the whole video in the scrapyard later. But this pretty much was playing around in the background as you watch me trying to catch whatever the hell this thing is supposed to be. So the very first thing that I would like to point out, which is number one, which is have a main game, have a side game, and have a guilty joy game. Now the reason why you want to do stuff like that is having one particular game burns you out. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You can't just have one game. It just doesn't work like that and nowadays, and it just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. So my main game right now is actually Blade and Soul, and my side game is Black Desert, and I believe my guilty joy game now, which is kind of sad but I guess good at the same time, is Warframe. That's the way that I go about it. When I'm not playing Blade and Soul, then I go into Black Desert, get some pretty good work done in Black Desert, and then when I'm tired of all that, I go to Warframe. Now in between all that, I still have other games, and now Salt and Sanctuary is starting to crack my little rotation now, along with Tree of Savior. And then normally I'm a reviewer, so I have to review games in between all of that too. So I kind of find it hard to burn out, but at the same time, I get to a point where sometimes I don't even want to do certain gaming and certain reviews and stuff like that. But you kind of have to when companies are coming at you. I get an email every day from various or different companies to say, hey, you need to, can you play this game? And you kind of got to do it even if you're burned out, because that's just the nature of the business. But definitely keep number one in mind and try to do it that way. Don't overdo it. I'm gonna explain why later. Number two, if you have a spouse or a girlfriend, try to play the games with them. That makes things a whole lot more fun. It's a whole lot more fun for me to play with somebody that I liked or used to play with my ex-wife and stuff like that. It was a whole lot of fun. You actually get a little bit of bonding going on with that too. Very interesting. It just keeps things fresh, and then you, especially as a guy, you kind of want to protect the girl and have a little bit of fun with it. But keep in mind that if it's a streaming type of thing, people don't want to see relationships like that most of the time, and especially if the dude either sucks or isn't that good at the game. It just isn't very good for the person streaming. You should probably not even go about doing that. So with that in mind, let's go to number three. Comfort food. Food during gaming, and people take this for granted. You really do need to eat properly. You need to drink proper water, because historically, and scientists have really figured this out, people will not eat properly when they game. They'll eat junk, and you shouldn't eat junk. Junk is not helping, because you have to remember that you're not really doing anything with your body besides moving your arms or something. So you're not really gaining any type of physical fitness. You're not doing anything that makes you at the end of the day get some exercise. So you want to at least eat properly too, and not eat junk, because that's a double negative on your body. You're not doing anything. You're basically sitting at a computer probably for a long period of time, and then you're eating junk on top of that. That's a very quick way to end up overweight. It's a very quick way to end up with heart disease and all other types of different problems. So you want to keep that in mind, to have good comfort food. Get fruit, get apples, oranges, and just maybe nuts or something like that. Maybe fish. Fish is a good comfort food, properly cooked, not all greasy and everything else. Just good proper food. Think about that. Number four, this is what I was trying to get to you about, where you can have a main game, a side game, and a guilty joy game, but don't have too many. So number four is lower the amount of games you try. Just think about that. When you play too many games, what ends up happening is MMOs typically all kind of are similar. So what happens when you play too many games is you end up with burnout, because you're playing too much of the same type of game. So definitely think about that, and don't overdo it, because if you have too many games, it just burns you out even faster. So number five is understanding what type of player you are. And what I mean by that is, you're going to be hardcore, you're going to be PvP, or you're going to be social. Like social is kind of like the RP people, or maybe the trade skill type of people. Or you're gonna be casual, because casuals do kind of like everything, but not truly a hardcore. And you can go back to like one of my MMO shows where I basically explain the different types of gamers and stuff like that. But you just really need to figure out what you are, because that'll go a long way, and you can eliminate certain games, because certain games just are inherently more hardcore than others. So if you know they're going to be hardcore and you're a casual, you probably shouldn't even be bothered with that game, and you can just eliminate a lot of time wasted in life like that. I'm not telling you to judge a book by a cover, but if you see a hardcore PvP game, like just like, oh, this is going to be just hardcore PvP and you're going to have fun and do stuff like that, like somebody like that shouldn't play Crowfall, to be honest with you, because Crowfall is a lot PvP. If you're a casual, you don't like PvP, and you shouldn't be in a game like Crowfall. If you don't like story, you shouldn't be in a game like Secret World. If you don't like a game that's like a mix down the middle and you want to hang towards something, then you probably shouldn't even be in Guild Wars 2. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Just eliminate that just waste of time that you end up playing for like 10 levels and then just quit. That's what happened to a lot of people with Black Desert. Black Desert, and no certain, like, it just was straight up put out there that this is going to be a PvP slash PvE game. That's what people get it a little bit twisted. It's not a PvE slash PvP game. Their end game is PvP more than it is PvE. So you kind of gotta like understand that. That's, people didn't understand that and just saw a really hot game, and then either got burned out, got mad, because when they got to 50, saw that, oh, this is what I got a PvP all the time. What the hell? You didn't read. You didn't research. That's kind of why that happened. So understand what type of player you are. Number 6, understand that no perfect MMO exists. There is no WoW killer. There is no game that you're just going to be like, oh my god, and this is just awesome. Even the games that are coming in the future, they are not perfect MMOs at all. They are pretty good and bring something new to the table and fun, but there's no such thing as a perfect MMO. So get that out your head, get the WoW killer out your head, get all of that out your head. You need to find a game that you like, or maybe just play something else in a different genre. Number 7, which is going to be the last one, and I say this a lot and I keep reiterating it because I always see people not doing this. Number 7 is remember to have fun. That's it. That's all you got to really do. Remember to have fun. Because it's as simple as that is. People don't do it. You get into a game, and if the game is hardcore, like, I'll give you an example. Black Desert is a very in-depth game. I hate to use that again and within the same video as a reference, but it's a very in-depth game. So it's kind of hard sometimes to have fun in Black Desert, because Black Desert is just a lot of work, to be honest with you. Like, you even have work, like, you have work in real life, but then you got work in that game too, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, no, like, ugh. And that burns people out. So they forget that it's a game. GAME. It's a game, and inherently a game is meant to be something for enjoyment and relaxation and fun. But when it's not like that, and when you don't take it like that and start raging and getting mad at people, it becomes not worth doing at that point. So just remember to always have fun. And that's it. That's all I got for you this week. This is my Monday conversation, what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I just wanted to say that, because people don't kind of understand why I separated from the MMO show. The MMO show is supposed to be about necessarily, like, topics for the week and, latest topics and stuff like that, so I can actually get some type of news out there, even though I don't really want to do it per se just strictly about the news. It's usually about games that are out and around and stuff that people would like to see. The actual topics didn't belong on the MMO show, because the MMO show is supposed to be more about what's coming out and what I would like to see, not necessarily topics. So that's now why we have Monday Conversation and we have the MMO show. I had to separate them because it made more sense to do it that way. They were hurting each other being together, because I couldn't hardly do both in a timely fashion, like, and keep it under 10 minutes. So other than that, you guys be legendary. I'm actually going to have a channel update where I'm going to explain what I'll be doing going forward. So thank you for watching, and thank you for embracing the Monday Conversation too, because it has as much watch time as the MMO show now, and I really appreciate that people are actually sticking through the whole video to see what I have to say. So peace. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.